Welcome back. Hello everyone to another car talk. Today, actually I wanted to tell you guys something. So, I can't really show you that well, like while driving, but tattoo update. The tattoo is starting to peel. It's kind of hard to tell, but look closely, kinda. It's starting to peel, which it's the normal process of tattoo healing. The way I describe it, it's more like a lesser sunburn. It's just, all it is just the dead skin coming off and then getting replaced with new skin cells. All that science mumbo jumbo. But what sucks is once it reaches the peeling phase, it means it's also reaching the itchy phase. So my tattoo is now starting to itch, and you can't do anything because you can't scratch it. Otherwise, you're gonna mess up your skin if you scratch it. So what I have to do is just tap. I just tap my arm all day, and it helps ish. Not really, but it's the best thing I can do. And it's pretty funny because sometimes I have to tap my arm in front of customers. So customers kind of look at me weird when I start tapping. So every time I start like tapping my arm, I have to tell them like, I'm sorry, like ignore me. I got a new tattoo. It's really itchy. You can't scratch it. So I just tap it. It's kind of funny. But anywho, I also kind of fucked up my shoulder today at the gym. I was doing overhead presses. Now, my right shoulder has always been kind of on the worser side. One day, I was in altitude. It's a trampoline park, jumping around, and I tried to do a front flip. And I did the front flip, but when I landed, and the socks, the grippy socks you get, kind of slipped. They didn't really grip to anything, and slipped, and I landed right on my shoulder, like all force into it, and all I heard was just a crunch. And ever since then, I didn't really do anything about it. I didn't really go to the doctor. I just kind of did shoulder rehab on YouTube, which probably isn't the smartest decision. I will definitely make a doctor's appointment now that it happened again, only this time with weight. I was doing overhead presses, and my shit like crunched again. While I was holding the weight, I literally kind of threw it. Luckily, it didn't hit anybody, but I definitely was hit with a lot of embarrassment inside the gym. Right now, it doesn't hurt, which is good. I can still move it, you know what I mean? Like, all good and shit, you know. I can still move it and stuff. I was able to finish my workout. I did not do any. I still had one more set of overhead presses. I did not do it. And I don't think, if you feel like something is not, this is just for all my gym goers, if you feel like something is not right, either with anything, any muscle part that you're doing while exercising, let's say it's squats and your knees aren't feeling too hot, or your shoulders and your shoulders aren't feeling too hot, please do not work out, or go very light. Because the worst thing you can do is push yourself past your limits, get an injury, and that one day that you could have sacrificed working out and just let your body rest, you now have to do 3 to 6 months of rehab because you tore a muscle. So please, 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 please do not continue working out if you feel like something is off. All right, PSA is over. What I also wanted to talk about was yesterday at work, T-Mobile. God was really testing my patience. So we only had 3 people on duty. One person had a customer, poor guy. He was there. He was supposed to leave at 6:30. He ended up leaving at close with us because he was just stuck with that customer. There was so many issues with it. So he was kind of out. Any new customers that were coming in, he couldn't take them. So I had to deal with them. And we were just getting slammed till close. Now, I was with a customer, and I was wrapping them up. we're getting close to, we're getting pretty close to close. It's right now 7:55. We close at 8. So I'm finishing up their transaction, ringing out his phone, setting up the SIM, making sure everything is working. And this lady comes in at 7:58. And I greeted her. I was like, hey, how can I help you? And she said, oh, I'm porting over 3 lines from Verizon. I was looking to see, I want to talk about plans and see how much your guys' price was. And I politely told her, well, I look at the time, it's 8 o'clock. So technically we closed. But she walked in at 7:58, so the door was still unlocked. But she came in, it was 8 o'clock, and it was closed. So I told her politely, I'm sorry, we're closed now. I won't be able to help you today. Is there another time that I could come back? Is there another time you could come back tomorrow? She said, well, I came in here last time and it was super, super busy. So I politely told her again, okay, well, if you're able to come back tomorrow in the morning, we're not busy in the morning, so someone will be able to help you. Okay, and then she responded with, all right, but I came in a few minutes ago and you guys were open a few minutes ago. And I kind of aired her message out. I didn't respond because I was still finishing up. Remember, finishing up with my customer right now, so I'm still dealing with my customer while arguing with this lady politely. I really didn't raise my voice at all. I was just politely telling her, look, it's 8 o'clock. I cannot help you. Come back tomorrow. And she argues with me again. Okay. But then I look at her. And I'm starting to lose my patience a little bit. Like I told you, we're not going to help you for 2 times already. We're closed. Stop asking and politely leave the store. So I looked at her and I told her with a more of a firmer voice, and I said, look, I'm not going to help you today. We're not going to be able to help you. If you come back tomorrow or another time in the morning, we will be able to help you. And then she looks at me and says, okay, but I came in a few minutes ago and you guys were open. So I repeated myself one more time, saying, I understand, but we are closed now and we won't be able to help you. So can you come back tomorrow? And then she looks at me and says, is there a manager here? There was. I was so quick to say, yes, would you like to talk to him? Oh, beautiful. Went in the back, told my manager, look, someone wants to talk to you. Yep. So he goes out there and talks to her. He is with her because he complies-ish. He sits down with her and talks about plans. I ignored him. I went to go do my closing procedures. I shut the lights off in the back because I'm closing. I am pissed off because I just told you 5 times, we are closed, I'm not helping you. And you're still arguing with me. But my manager he's explaining all the stuff, whatever. It's 8:20. I shut the lights off. Finally, I think she got the message once I turned the lights off, because when I walked back out, she finally started leaving. And she ended up, my manager was like, all right, well, we won't be able to do anything today. Are you able to come back tomorrow? Are you able to come back another time? Yeah, I'll come back another time. So, and I'm just like, wow. So regardless, you were going to have to come back anyways. Why with the arguments? You knew that we weren't going to be able to do anything. You came in 2 minutes before close, and you expected me to sit down with you and explain prices and plans. No, hell the fuck no. I don't care if I'm a salesman. Your commission was not important. I just made a big sale earlier that day. I could not care less about your sale. She told me that when she was like, well, I have 3 lines. I could go to a different company. I kid you not, I was so ready to say, okay. I was so ready, but that's not the right thing to do. I am I need to set an example. I need to be polite. So I didn't say that. I wanted to. I was ready. So, and I'm just like, the audacity you have to go into a cell phone store 2 minutes before close, argue with the rep on why they won't help you when they're closed. That's like going into a dealership 5 minutes before close and then telling them, I want to go drive test the cars. No, what do you mean? No, come back tomorrow. We're closed. Like, what is wrong with you? I was flabbergasted. But I didn't lose my cool. I did not lose my cool. And actually, it was funny enough, the customers who worked with me, they were like, when we finished up, they were like, well, Giorgio, you were fantastic. And you have very good patience. And I was like, thank you very much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. But wow, that was wild. I was the entitlement on some people. She ended up not coming back because she told my manager she would come back tomorrow, and I worked today. I was honestly kind of hoping that she would come in today and I would end up working with her, just so I could be like, well, now I can help you. We're open. We're open and operational. But yeah, so that's my story. Pro tip for anyone who is, if you're thinking about switching carriers, come in, I would say an hour and a half, at least an hour and a half before they close. Because, okay, and I'm just going to break this myth right now. Do not go into a cell phone store expecting it to be a quick transaction. It is not going to be a 10-minute transaction. When customers come in thinking about switching, doing phone upgrades, let's say you're doing a phone upgrade, unless you are just coming in, buying a phone outright, and then doing the transfer yourself, then it's a quick transaction. But if you are going in and you want to look at promotions and you want us to do the transfer for you, which we're more than happy doing the transfer for you, it really doesn't take, it's really easy. But expect to be inside the cell phone store for 45 minutes to an hour or more. And if you're looking to switch carriers, then really expect to be inside the cell phone store for over an hour. Because you're talking to the salesman, you talk about different options, you talk about different promotions, you talk about different plans, and all that takes up a lot of time. And a lot of people like to talk and ask questions, which you should ask questions 100%. Make sure, ask as many questions as you like, but expect to be in there for a while. That is my rant. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have a good one. Later.